Last on Snarl, we saw Boston Connor of the Toxic Table squashed by Earthquake. Tonight, it's gonna be AJ Hawk's turn in the chamber, one-on-one against Mad Dog Mark McKay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match is set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Boston Connor, representing the Toxic Table. Hometown unknown, weight unknown, here is AJ Hawk.
Looks like Temusa Martino and the Hamburglar are back in town. The Toxic Table. And we were just talking about the desperation coming off these guys at Snarl. Tex called them superfans, desperate to be part of the show and desperate to fit in. But damn it, Don, this ain't the place. And I think Myron Schimmelman has booked this match against Mad Dog McKay to teach AJ Hawk a lesson to, like he did with Boston Connor and Earthquake.
If you spend any time at all around Myron Schimmelman, you will discover, Wally, he is very big on teaching lessons.
His opponent, accompanied by Miss Morse X from Ithaca, New York, weighing 205 pounds, Mad Dog Mark McKay.
Wally, I really don't know what to make of Mad Dog Mark McKay, or indeed Miss Morse X, his valet. I talked to him about tonight's match against AJ Hawk, and he is not pleased to be facing a basic nobody, as he described him, a Z-lister. And he said, and I quote, "I don't put up with BS, that's woman's work."
That's McKay all right. No filter, no chill, just straight and varnished craziness from this hair trigger anti-hero. You just never know what that guy's gonna say. But turning our focus back to this match, Don, I really don't see AJ Hawk performing any miracles tonight against McKay.
I don't either. Mad Dog Mark McKay definitely arriving this evening in a mood. I'm certainly not pleased to be facing AJ Hawk.
Why should he be? McKay's locked it up with the likes of Ballarat Jack Jones, the Sandman, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cruiserweight champ Gary Galaxy. Putting AJ Hawk in front of him is only gonna go hard for AJ Hawk.
No one can build a reputation or a career on one lucky win, which is what the Toxic Table's trying to do. The referee rings the bell. AJ Hawk opens up with a series of rights. He's got McKay by the throat, gets him up, slams him right down with a military press, misses with the double axe handle. McKay back up on his feet, spins him around with another hard right. AJ Hawk with McKay up over the shoulders into a submission, a torture rack. The referee checking it out, but no, McKay with a series of shots to the head releases himself from that situation. AJ Hawk whipped into the far corner, a knee to the midsection, followed up with a boot to the chest. AJ Hawk finds his way out of the corner. McKay escorted to the opposing far corner. AJ Hawk pulling on the arm against the ropes. Again, AJ Hawk smashes the face of Mad Dog Mark McKay into the turnbuckle. Now follows up with a very aggressive series of headbutts, followed up with a stomp to the chest. Mad Dog Mark McKay stuck seated in that far corner. He just came out, toppling face first to the canvas. AJ Hawk working on the arm, snaps the arm. AJ Hawk covers and hooks the leg. One, but only a one. Mad Dog Mark McKay finds his way out of the pin. McKay locks up AJ Hawk, whips him towards the far corner again, and a clothesline that takes down AJ Hawk. Mad Dog Mark McKay urging him to get back up so he can knock him right back down again. Decides on a heel hook stretch instead. AJ Hawk stuck center ring, laid out on the canvas. as Mad Dog Mark McKay continues to work on the leg of A.J. Hawk, with Boston Connor standing on the outside, looking very concerned for his Toxic Table Tag Team partner, as Mad Dog McKay continues to work on the legs and follows it up with a rolling elbow. A.J. Hawk, look at this, whoa! Mad Dog McKay taking them both down. With that leap over the top rope, a high-risk maneuver, 2 for the price of 1 for Mad Dog Mark McKay. McKay rolls A.J. Hawk back inside, takes himself to the top turnbuckle, elbow drop across the chest of A.J. Hawk. Mad Dog Mark McKay already bleeding, but nonetheless in control of this match and of A.J. Hawk. McKay locks up A.J. Hawk, escorts him towards the far corner, head first into the turnbuckle he goes. A.J. Hawk counters and escapes the corner, locks up McKay. Up over the shoulder, hung up on the top rope. Mad Dog Mark McKay down on the canvas. A.J. Hawk follows up with a rolling elbow to the back. A.J. Hawk starting to try and seize control of this match. From Mad Dog Mark McKay, off the middle rope. Whoa, beautiful tackle right there. Here's a cover. 1, 2, a near fall. But Mad Dog Mark McKay powers out of the pin. A.J. Hawk stalking McKay. Look at this. Drives in a knee, follows it up with a clothesline. Down goes McKay again. McKay rounded up. Gets locked up. Counters with elbows. A.J. Hawk backs off. McKay sets him up for the pile driver. Oh my, look at that. A.J. Hawk may be dead. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. No, he's not dead, but A.J. Hawk is out to lunch.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time was 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Your winner, Mad Dog Mark McKay.
A win is a win, whether you think the opponent worthy or not. And that's the case here, as another case of Markamania breaks out in the stands, with Mad Dog McKay wrapping up AJ with just a little extra difficulty.
And we'll be right back with more RWL Championship Wrestling right after this.